Crunch time, coming up big when it counts.
What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome to Crunch Time, where we come up big when it counts. I'm Dom with the great men, Sauce, Luke, and Anth. How we going, gents?
What's happening, Dom?
What up? What up? What up?
Doma.
Been a pretty big week in the hobby, I think. But, you know,
Pretty big.
time for some hobby therapy, as we always do on Crunch Time. Well, it's become a usual thing. Just mellow out, relax, and, you know, it might turn into the Joe Rogan podcast eventually, and there could be just magic mushrooms for everyone. So. Everyone just gets cooked. Anyway, boys, a bit has happened. Goldin Auction is currently running an auction, and I will bring it up and we can discuss some stuff. Anything that you like, just run through it. Apologies to anybody that is listening on audio format. Just head on over to the YouTube or the Twitch and check it out.
And subscribe.
And subscribe. 100%.
Definitely subscribe.
Let's
have a look here. I'm tempted to make a little bit of a plunge. I still haven't bought anything from Goldin.
Are you registered?
Is there anything in particular? Because is there anything
well,
in
you better
particular
get that
you
done, bro,
at?
because they got to do a credit check on you, mate. That's the thing.
Do they?
Do they really?
Yeah,
they do a credit check on you. It's massive.
Yeah.
It's not like eBay sign up and you can just
yeah. They only approve people that they think can make payments on auctions. That's it.
Cheeky. I respect it.
Yeah,
that's
so
good.
Yeah.
So you'll trade the Messi Anth.
No,
yeah, that's collateral. That's what Ant's going to say. Collateral.
Sorry, Goldie. It's not.
What do we want to look at, boys? Do anything in particular? We've got the usual stuff. We've got LeBron.
Let's go straight to soccer. Yeah. No, you know what we should start?
There's some F1 in there as well, isn't there?
Let's start with F1.
Yeah.
Let's start with F1.
Yeah.
I did have a look at it. There's 3 cards in here racing. One is NASCAR, I think. Bro, look at this, man. Bid on that.
What the fuck is that in there?
Who cares? I'll buy it. Lance Stroll's to go, man.
That's a big boy.
Oh, my God. What's that, an 8 auto? What's it out of? 5?
10 auto, 8 out of 5.
Can we just... All right, let's have an honest discussion here.
They just suck.
If you're the person that pulled this card, right, and you can see the edges suck, you can see the corners suck, would you send this to PSA or BGS?
PSA, you get a 10, bro.
No, that's I'm saying, like, I think this card, like the red on red, would look better in a PSA.
PSA, 100%.
Even if it was PSA 7, I think it does better than what it does in BGS. We'll see. But that's a big card.
A bit down
out of 5.
You can see it a bit down here.
I did hear Lou say, though, that he reckons all F1 cards should be going to BGS. I can't remember what his explanation was, but I just remember hearing.
I think it's because they like seeing the edges and what's wrong with the card.
Yeah,
so I have seen a lot of F1 cards at BGS.
At BGS, yeah, same.
I'm trying to see. Like
the centering got a 9.5.
The centering surface is
good. The edge is the only thing that killed this card, bro. Have a look at have a look at this. If the edges gets like an 8, 8.5, that's going up to almost a 9, or probably is a 9.
But you know the thing with F1, and as someone that has been burnt by, what are we going? We're approaching 7 or 8 boxes now, but only one of the boxes had no edging problems. It's almost like you can tell straight away from the pack whether it's got an edging problem or not. Most
have you
of
found
the
that it's been a box
F1,
issue? Have you found that's been a box issue?
Definitely.
Like as soon as you get like a few packs out of the box, and then
100%.
everyone in that box is like like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sorry,
100%.
Yeah.
You can tell straight away from the first pack.
You know what? That's really bizarre that's the case with some products. I mean, look no further than, Mosaic Soccer, where, they had the sticky residue and damage on the cards, and you see that in a few packs, and then eventually it's like every pack is like that.
And then again, that happened with me with Mosaic Soccer, with La Liga. One of the boxes I opened was brilliant, like perfectly fine. Every card was good. But the first box I opened was disgusting. So it's weird. Anyway, Lance Stroll.
So just quickly, boys, that is at 11K USD, the Hamilton. Does anyone want to make
40.
some predictions on what you think it's going to go for? 40?
Yeah,
40,
at least 40.
Maybe it cracks 100.
Yeah, I reckon it goes higher than that. I reckon it goes.
How'd you go
around
from
70
40 to 100?
Because I
reckon it
just
goes around
realized that didn't
Number to
didn't
5.
the
I reckon it goes around 75 to 80. I mean, the grade's got to affect it, right?
Yeah.
The grade
yeah,
surely
that's
got
the
to
only
affect it.
thing.
I'm gonna go 65. 65.
65 and saying 40 to 100. I don't know how that's a
All right, let me give you.
I reckon you might
let me
get
give
in
you
between
Come
there.
on, man. I'm going 75,000.
I'll give you
75.
a definitive answer. Give me 1 second. I just want to.
I'm,
I want to.
I'm going. I'm going 76.
I want to. I want to
just
chuck a.
beat
I want to
Sauce.
chuck a cherry, and I want to comp it. I want to make sure I get it right. I would say.
The market's gone up. It's not really a guide at the moment. It's
That was-
I'm going to say
75.
40. I'm going to stick
40.
with 40.
40.
Yeah,
I'm going to go with
because of the
Sauce,
grade.
75.
I think the grade
Yeah.
brings it down.
Yeah.
Fair
I
enough.
think if that was PSA 10, that might crack 100.
Just
I
buy
think
this.
that's the-
Might crack
Seriously.
100 if that was
Yeah.
PSA 10. I reckon it'd go
100%.
150 plus. Easy.
That's a really
Yeah,
good
no.
patch.
Here we go.
It's decent, but I mean,
Just a
Is
drop
it
Oh,
worth
God.
blowing the
Just
money on
this one.
on Lance Stroll? Like, let's be
No,
honest.
100% it's
No,
not.
not for me. Not for
What's
me.
it at on bids?
1,000,
Zero.
I think.
No, minimum's 1,000. It's on zero
Oh, right.
bids.
no.
There you go.
I doubt that'll even get a. Oh, I might get
Guess
a
you
bid.
can own a
but-
1-1.
A 1-1.
You can own a 1-1.
Surface, I don't know if that
I
must
don't
be on
know.
the plastic, but that doesn't look great.
I don't know if you,
Unless I'm
you'd
Lance
even get
myself,
these.
I'm not buying this.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
that's a good point.
And if I'm Lance
Yeah.
myself, I've probably got that whole suit. I don't need a little bit of the patch of my own autograph. So, yeah, I don't know who's
Facts.
buying this, to be honest.
Hopefully he's had a nice break and he comes back and he can actually do something. But
Speaking of the break, I actually haven't had a look at any F1 cards in the last few weeks. Where is the market sort of sitting at?
Steady. I was looking today because I
Yeah.
had the same thought. I'm like,
Yeah.
I haven't looked at F1 cards in a while, but
Yeah.
F1 boxes are still they're still selling quite well.
It's interesting how over the break there wasn't, or if it's still steady, there wasn't much of a dip or anything there.
But to me, that says like after the season is buy time
Yeah.
because now
Yeah.
people are still holding on to whatever they
that's
got. See,
cheap,
look,
man. That's cheap.
800 USD,
Yeah.
That's cheap.
and they were selling for about 950
Oh.
during the. Yeah, that might be a quick flip if you
That's
really
silver.
look at it.
Bro, look at what the silver refractors are going for. This is crazy. Schumacher to
Raw.
50, 300. That's Rihanna Raw. That's 35 bids still with 14 hours left. I should put that in my
Yeah.
watch list to see what it goes for. Here's a purple to 399. So the cards are definitely
Cards are staying strong,
Yeah,
but
very
the,
valuable.
the
Yeah.
boxes will steady out.
Chuck a few in there, Doma, because you can review them on off the grid. Review them on off the grid when
no.
you
We always run through this on off the grid anyway. And
What's your favorite Lando Norris 180 at?
oh no, I'll check it on off the grid.
Yeah.
You
Stay
know
tuned
what
for
I
that.
wanna-
That's the
Just
teaser.
Sunday nights.
before we move on from F1, I reckon something to look out for is you go to tennis, and we were talking about tennis last week as well. There is a really big tennis card. You scroll down, there it is.
Yeah.
There's a monster tennis card in there. It's a
T-shirt.
Federer rookie patch auto, BGS 9.
Ooh,
That is a
Interesting.
monster
Are
of a
these
card.
I
numbered?
feel that's undervalued
Oh,
That's
that'll
worn
at the
Oh.
current bid.
Oh, look at it.
that's match worn.
Match one autograph.
I'm telling you, I think that's gonna be a monster sale.
What's it at the
That
moment?
is gonna be. It's only at 6.5, but I guess this just started. This
It's
did
3
just
days to
start.
go, isn't it?
Number to 25.
25
Four.
patch order of arguably the greatest tennis player of all time. Definitely top 3. No way, it is my favorite, but like whoever
Thomas
you choose among-
Bananas. Thomas Bananas over here is giving his.
the Net Pro. That is. Think
That's
about that. Like,
that's a nice card.
all right, yeah. Compare the patch order of a
He's just the
LeBron. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's a LeBron patch order do? His rookie patch order.
Was it
What-
sold
the
for
last one did a few
$4.5
million, wasn't
million.
it? Yeah.
Few million. And this is the I know it's tennis, I know it's not the same, but still patch order.
That's the same
And that's
card
just the
just
patch.
without the order. Yeah.
How much is that at?
What's that one?
That was at what's it at? $1,000.
That's for an 8.5.
That
Yeah.
might be a sneaky play. Because I reckon I'll get priced out of the patch auto, but the patch, I'm gonna have to
Give that a watch
get
out.
registered. Yeah, that's big.
Not bad.
But yeah,
What else we got here? Some
We'll see.
wrestling.
That's definitely a long-term hold too, I'd say.
yeah.
You can buy Money in the
Is it
Bank.
the money
boys.
that get fucked? Can you click on that?
Is that
Daniel
authentic?
Bryan.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. That's fucking
after
sick.
winning the Money in the Bank briefcase on pay-per-view event on July 13th, WWE superstar Randy Orton cashed in his opportunity and took so this was a Randy Orton Money in the
Oh
Bank.
my god. That's fucking crazy.
You're kidding.
There it is.
That's interesting. That's so pretty. That's pretty
That's
cool. I'll be
sick.
honest with you.
That's sick.
I
What else we
must say
got
that
here?
is if
What's that
you're
worth?
if
What's
you're
that
a
at the moment?
very well off
4.5 grand.
collector,
4.5.
that's a big
Yeah.
Man, that's sick.
We got
I'm
a
not
rock,
even into wrestling like that anymore, but that's fucking sick.
got a rock card here signed by him.
That rock card's pretty cool.
That's sick. He's holding.
You know
is that-
what? Golden is really interesting in terms of some of these lesser known
Andre the
cards. Like I know
Giant.
we always talk about their big boy
Alternative stuff.
cards,
Yeah.
but their smaller stuff doesn't really get the same traction as PWCC
But it
before
could
they
be
got
auto there on the left.
destroyed.
Yep.
Looks like it. Yeah.
Pop 2, 25 out of 35.
Hmm.
Wrestling book. There's some pretty cool stuff, man. That Money in the Bank's actually sick. Is that
That's sick?
Mick Foley barbed wire baseball bat, bro?
What?
From an
Nah,
iQuick
that's too
match.
far. That's too
That's
far.
crazy. That's insane, man. What else we got on here? Some golf? No, not interested. Olympics?
So imagine they had. I don't know if anyone watched wrestling. Like I'd sort of go in and out of it, and I sort of just watch it every now and again. Remember when Seth Rollins cashed his Money in the Bank of WrestleMania? Imagine what that
Yeah, man.
briefcase
That
would be
was
fucking
epic.
worth.
That was epic.
Jesus.
What else? In boxing, we know Anth has dabbled in boxing. Manny Pacquiao,
You still got those,
Alan
yeah?
and Ginter.
AJs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Bro, this card,
They've
man.
gone down. It's not gonna. It's
this
not.
card.
I don't know if
Oh,
that'll
really?
pay off as much as I thought it would. Yeah.
Have a look at
When's
this
his
bad
next
boy.
fight?
It's not going to be Fury or Wilder because they're fighting. So, oh my god, look at that card. All right, here's a good discussion. You know what? I've got a friend of mine that's asking me, and
Interesting.
he's just gotten into the hobby. Oh, not just gotten in, but he's
I
dabbled
know what
here
the
and there.
question is here. Here we
Let's
go.
have an
I know
honest
ex-
discussion. This is a
I know
great
exactly what
hobby
it is.
therapy discussion. What do we think about Leaf as a brand, as cards go? Well, what do we think about it? Well, I'd like to actually get honest opinions.
Nothing wrong with them.
Nothing.
It's all up here, Anth.
But
People go,
do you
it's
think there's-
unlicensed, this and that. But I'll look at this card, for example. Who gives a shit I can't see a Barcelona logo, a Golden State Warriors logo? Why do I care?
I think it depends what it is, though.
Interesting.
It's still his auto. Like, they still sign the card. It's unlicensed, but it's still authentic stuff. Like,
So how do they? And this is another thing. How do they get the autographs? Is it just a matter of going up to them and saying, "Can you sign?"
It would be
X amount
direct
of
with
stickers?
the player's agent or something like that. Direct deal.
So
Be
it is
exactly how-
in essence, it's a license,
yeah, be
or
how
it's an agreement.
be how Tyson gets his autos for his stuff that he manufactures. He goes through the agent of the player. They come to an agreement, and then through that agreement, if you notice on his cards that he does exclusives with, he actually doesn't show the logos. He can put the team colors, but because he's not officially licensed, Panini owns that license. He can't
Right.
put the name, image, and likeness of like the Boston Celtics on the Tatum card or Utah on the Donovan Mitchell card. So he can create whatever he wants. He just can't represent anything to do with the NBA on there.
Wow,
But he can get their
interesting.
autos and stuff, and he gets the license for that, and it's for X amount of dollars, and he
So it's
pays
similar
that
to
player.
MLB Panini.
Yes,
with
correct.
those
Yeah.
downtowns that you were showing me.
Yeah,
Okay.
correct.
So
So-
that brings me back. So Leaf, what do we think?
Depends what it is. Something like this, that's sick. If it's like a Do they do base cards and stuff like that? I haven't looked enough into Leaf to be honest, but I'm just saying as sort of like on a
Yeah,
macro
as
level.
far as I know, the Leaf products like that you would go and buy is mainly the auto stuff. And their design isn't. I mean, look, there's nothing spectacular about that design in front of us, but the design on some cards are pretty good, and I don't think it's. And I like the way that they frame the images though. They don't try. They know that they can't show obviously the logos and things like that, but the way that they frame the images, just from like their shoulders, a bit down from their shoulders and up, and just get the head. I think it's a very good way to do it. I mean, that doesn't look that bad. Like I don't understand the whole unlicensed thing. I don't want to buy unlicensed.
Card looks mint.
Do you think that the hobby collectively, and we're talking about us four, but the hobby can ever get over the fact that it's not licensed?
I think that's the thing that holds it back.
But do you think
Honestly,
that's
the issue with the card?
I think he's talking about licensing. You're talking about licenses in general, yeah?
No,
I've come out and said
licensing in general.
I don't like. I personally don't like unlicensed cards where you can't see, official kits
The
and
logo.
stuff like that. Yeah,
Fair.
I
think
personally don't like.
I'm more on the side of not liking it than liking it. But some of the cards, like you look at, especially Messi and Ronaldo, they've got some really interesting Leaf cards, but because it's Leaf, it's not worth anything like close to what a licensed card is.
Depends what he's like. Those on-card autos and stuff, that's sick. Especially if they hide the non-licensing well. I think that's cool. But in terms of like other non-licensed cards, even like I don't buy baseball, but saying Panini and baseball, I don't like it, to be honest.
No, would I go honestly? If you're asking me, would I go buy a box of their stuff? No, but when it's a card like that where you can't, it's an auto. It's not licensed because it doesn't show the name, image, and likeness of the club on there. But when you get a club like this, a card like this, why does it matter? That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
yeah, it doesn't matter for that one for me.
Like for that, and that's a 1 of 1. You're still getting all their autos on the card, man. Like,
that's a crazy card.
They're stickers.
They're stickers, are they?
Yeah, they're stickers.
Oh, yeah, that has to be for something like that. It'd have to be, wouldn't it?
They're stickers, but what I'm saying is, like, why does that matter? What do you want to see on a card like that? It's just like the booklets. When you get booklets sometimes, and it just shows the difference between a Panini booklet and some of these stuff instead of a Leaf is you see the bust of the player in the Panini booklet and you see the logo, the team logo. And everyone goes, oh, yeah, that's a Houston Rockets guy. But you know who Steph Curry is, and he plays for Golden State. And you know who Lionel Messi is. So you don't need the Barcelona symbol and the Golden State Warriors symbol to...
Yeah.
That's my thing. There's some cards that are sick.
It's a good point.
There's some cards that are sick. I wouldn't go buy them because I'm the same as you, Lukey, to an extent. I don't want to go out there and buy a whole bunch of unlicensed stuff. And I'd buy the unlicensed stuff if it's for my PC, and I'd never think I want to sell it. But I'll show you another card. I'm just getting it up.
I go to the point of unlicensed where on FIFA I don't play as Juventus anymore because they're not licensed.
That
might be the greatest thing you've said. I didn't think of that. That's brilliant because that's a fact. No one likes playing with Juventus because of that.
What are they even called? I didn't even know what they called.
Piemonte Calcio. Yeah. That's a good point.
Holy shit! This is the same card, man. Oops. I was trying to. This is the same card. I should have clicked on this. On the back of that card, there's Ronaldo, Giannis, Conor McGregor, and Chloe Kim.
Wow. What?
On the back of the card.
It's unreal.
How much is that? What's that at?
Was that 4.5K?
So there is some legs to it, but it's just a matter of
down the bottom. It's at 3,700.
What's the BGS label on that say? Conor McGregor, Giannis, Steph Curry.
It says Messi, Curry, Leaf Pearl, 8 green Spectrum hollow foil. So
interesting stuff.
Pretty sick, if you ask me.
Yeah, it is.
It's sick.
for sure.
But I've seen another one like this. It was 4 signatures. I forget who the 4th was, but it was Ronaldo, Messi, Pele. I'm not sure if it was Maradona or someone else on there.
I've never seen one from different sports though. That's why this is it's the most random
Yeah.
assortment of athletes I've ever seen in my life.
So that's just, I don't know.
That's a good little discussion.
I rate it
at
though.
least.
I rate it.
I like that.
All right, let's
I like
go to
that.
soccer. Let's go to soccer, and let's
Yeah.
Let's breeze through
move
these.
on after that. There's a lot of Haalands in here, I think. There he
Because
is.
the
Yeah,
golden
they're all
boy
trying
of
to
the
sell them
hobby.
after the weekend's
That's-
performance. And he was too-
I'd
Is
rather
that
buy
at
this.
50 at the moment? I can't see it properly. Is that at
It is
50 at the moment?
56,000. I'd rather buy this game-used Diego Maradona
Maradona, that's pretty sick.
jersey that for a hat. He scored a hat trick in this jersey, bro. I prefer that over that Ronaldo sticker.
What are the Ronaldo upper decks doing? They're 7 and 8,
Very
9.
much the same.
Ronaldo, look at this. What a
They're
guy.
they're pretty loaded up. I must say they get a lot of. No, I wouldn't even call it stock. A lot of people send their cards in to sell.
Boys,
It's pretty often.
boys, what a card, man. It's got Mark Schwarzer on it.
Oh yeah, I've
You
seen
know what?
this.
Actually, I had a
This is
thought
elite,
during the
man.
week.
This
You
is
know how-
elite, man. Look at this. Forget
Oh
about
my
this guy. It's
Don't
all
worry about him. I don't even know who the other guys. Who's at the bottom? Who's at the bottom? Oh, dude, who cares? It's just about that one man there.
Just skip it all just straight onto him. What a machine.
I was actually thinking on Soccer Card Collective next time, I'm going to talk about an Australian player. Like, it doesn't even need someone up and coming or something. I'm just going to talk about someone Australian. Because Vincent loves these Belgian players so much, I'm just talking about some random Aussie.
Boys, honestly, like, I love it.
It's pretty cool. That's a
Mojo,
nice
is
card.
that numbered?
That
He's
is
just
nice.
saying, I'm the greatest player of all time. And Dom, and he goes, Dom, I'm
Out
not
of
going
25.
to City just for you because I love you, Dom. That's what he's saying.
But he
There's some
might.
strong words about that today, I got to say. Do you want to share them?
No, fuck him if he goes there. I love him now, but I'll treat him. I treated Man United supporters in that Italy versus England Euro final when they stepped up to take a penalty. I fucking despise them.
Maguire.
I told Harry Maguire to get effed that many times. I said, "You better not score this pen." I
was the
was hating them all.
Best penalty I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was.
It was. It was
He
unbelievable.
showed you. He showed you.
Yeah, no, he did. Rashford, I said,
The-
"You better not score this."
The hit of soccer out of the whole auction, you know which card sticks out the most? It's number 184 on the first page. Scroll up a bit.
Who's
No,
Patrick
sorry,
Rosa?
number
Sorry, after
192. 192, right there.
This bad boy here.
Yeah, so that's Ronaldo's United rookie. The white
Oh.
kit is the hardest to find, but it's also numbered to 7. I think that's sick. That's ridiculous.
Have a look at him.
Gold.
Those
I've
are
never
the-
seen it in gold. I didn't even. I thought
I've
it
never
only
seen
went to
gold either.
99.
I love this.
That's
yeah,
zero,
Oh
zero,
my
zero.
god. That's
Got a bit of
crazy.
history about number 7 on the back.
Yeah, that's a pretty sick card. I rate that. I rate that a
That's
lot.
pretty sick, man. There he is. Look at the
I really
ball.
like this
Elite.
upper deck set for Ronaldo stuff.
What a machine, man. What a machine.
Sorry, Dom, whose patch auto was that? Go down a little bit.
Uh,
I don't know if we're going to keep looking at this.
yeah, Messi.
Oh, it's a messy one, is it?
Yeah. Number to 20. NT.
Interesting. That'll be interesting. What that
And there's a
goes for.
Ronaldo here too.
Current bid 4,000, is that it? Oh, it's Ronaldo
Yeah.
as well.
Ronaldo as well. And then there's a
Big
Prism
one.
World Cup. Prism World Cup. That's a sticker. This is nice.
Wait, so that
Eminence.
Prism World Cup, hold on, that Prism World Cup is at 5.5, and the National Treasures is at 4,000.
So that's a
Make it.
10 though. That's a 10, Lukey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's a 10.
Yeah,
that's
but
an
even the
8.5.
Ronaldo at 9.5, it's 4,000.
Oh
Look,
my, and I'm just going to
these are
spell
very-
it out. No one likes Ronaldo anymore now.
these are
It's as simple
it's
as
very early. It's because he plays for an unlicensed FIFA team.
Yeah.
These it's still very early. I fully expect a lot of these cards to like double
Yeah,
and
yeah.
triple. That Messi patch, the Eminence, I think that's a solid 20. $25,000 card, maybe even
Oh,
more,
this
maybe
is-
This
35.
is sick, man.
2 or
Sick
5.
card.
Shit.
Yeah, it's a really nice card. The only thing is it's in Argentina kit. I think that lets it
Might
down
as
a little
well.
bit.
There's
I
a
think-
smudge
Weird,
on
'cause
the auto.
that's one of the one
If-
player. Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Because usually for most players, I prefer the national team kit.
Yeah,
It's
but
on
you
though,
know
I don't know.
Messi is
Yeah,
it's
he's
Barca. He won Barca.
yeah. I
It's
feel
not
you, actually.
anymore. It's PSG now.
Yeah, but this
All
is
his
just
cards
this
are
is
worthless.
Jordan. It's Jordan playing baseball for
Yeah, I
a couple of years. I think he goes back to Barca.
It's
You know what I
Jordan
mean?
playing baseball.
He's gonna muck
I
around
think he goes back.
I reckon he goes back. I reckon they fix it, and then he goes back. And it's the big finale, and I
Yeah,
reckon
he plays that.
I actually reckon he wins
maybe-
A Champions League.
a hot take.
Oh.
I reckon he wins a Champions League to wrap up his career.
No, that'd be nice, honestly.
Oh,
I think
That's
they
huge.
sort this out.
At
You
City,
know what'd be
you're talking
nicer?
about.
Yeah, with
What
Ronaldo.
would be nicer if Ronaldo goes to United and gets left by Liverpool? Like just gets slapped around by
Oh,
Salah
you know,
and
you know what I
Mane,
actually wouldn't.
and
You know what I
Van,
actually
and
wouldn't
Van
Stop
mind?
Dijk has him in his back pocket.
Stop it.
If Ronaldo
Stop
goes-
it. And
If Ronaldo goes
stop
back to
it.
United and wins a Champions League, that makes him for me.
Stop
Yeah,
it.
it'd be
I'm not
cool.
even a- I'm not
Ronaldo
even a
faced
fucking
up
United
against
fan, but-
Ronaldo faced up against Nemanja Vidic at training. He'd look at Van Dijk and be like, "You are a piece of rubbish compared to
Oh,
that guy.
stop that!
I will
Stop
run
that.
around you and eat you up for breakfast at 36 years of age, mate." That's what he'd say.
Absolutely
He'd
not.
laugh, to be honest. When
I
Van Dijk
guarantee-
steps up next to him, he's gonna laugh.
Here's a hot take.
Ronaldo would just
Van
be like,
Dijk.
"Who are you?"
Van Dijk's gonna have Lukaku in his back pocket this
Oh,
weekend.
please.
We'll see.
I've already
We'll
got
see.
the
I don't
excuses
wanna-
ready. It's
look,
already it's
I
only
don't
the
wanna
second
talk too
game.
early.
Give him a break. I've already got this. I've already got the excuses
I'm
ready.
not talking too early. I've been
I love
wrong. I've
it.
been wrong in the past.
All right. A few quick
A few
things,
times.
boys. Before we do get to fire and fun, there's still a few more things. We have been speaking about NFTs a bit on this show. It's probably the forum and the space to do so. La Liga NFTs, Lukey, got announced. Anything you have to say on those? Well, they're going to be the top shot of soccer, technically.
Yeah, it's going to be run by Dapper Labs, which the
So
makers-
yeah,
the
NBA
makers
Top
of
Shot
Top
maker
Shot,
to
it says
create
there.
La Liga NFT collectibles. Following the viral popularity of the NBA Top Shop earlier this year, Dapper Labs recently signed a deal with La Liga to create similar experience for soccer fans. According to a source with knowledge of the agreement, La Liga platform is set to launch in June 2022. And it just goes on to just talk a bit about the transaction. This is pretty crazy. If you ask me, NBA partnership, which included revenue sharing for secondary market transactions. NBA Top Shot has hosted nearly 700 million in transactions, according to Crypto.
Go a bit further
That's
down
pretty
where it says
crazy.
what they're valued at. Dapper
Can I-
Labs is valued at now.
Dapper Labs is now being valued at 7.5 billion. It's
Jesus.
pretty
What
crazy. if
the
you ask me.
hell?
All right. So
Jesus.
yeah. So obviously it goes into talk about how harsh it's been on the Liga last year, not being able to have fans and things. So it's probably why they've gone down this route, obviously to generate seeing what a success it was for NBA, and they're probably trying to generate some more revenue stream for the league. And yeah, it's really interesting to see how they go about it. There's one thing I really hope, and anyone who wants to read this article, I will chuck the link in the description. It's from Yahoo Sports, so more than welcome to go have a browse. But one thing I really hope that they do and they learn their lesson from Top Shot, which is not over mint and not bring out commons with 35,000 mint. Like they need to keep the commons down to like 5,000, 6,000. I think that's a good number. Maybe even less. Maybe even 3,000, 3,500, and then really get like low with the numbers. Start doing stuff like to 10, start doing stuff to 49 to 99, which they do already a bit of that sort of thing. But I really hope they learned their lesson with the commons and doing it to 35,000, which hasn't worked out for them on the Top Shot platform. As we're seeing, all those low ones are just dirt cheap. But it's interesting, Lukey, and it does say in the article that they have the rights for current and like previous
Historic as well, yeah.
historic moments. So it'll be pretty cool. Pretty cool because they can
how much
go
did
back in time.
How much did Jesse sell? Like, he sold his moment in NBA, the LeBron one, for $236,000. Do you know what that was minted for, Source?
No, he bought it for that. He hasn't
He
sold
bought it. Do you know what it was minted for, or not?
No, I don't know.
I got
exactly.
this crazy. I don't know if it's La Liga, just La Liga. Can you use Champions League stuff with La Liga teams? Can you use any of that, or probably not, because
It seems like it's just. I think it's just the Liga. Yeah.
I was gonna say it'd be pretty sick if you could get that Ronaldo bicycle kick against Juventus.
Yeah.
Mint that to 1. That's all you have to do. Mint that to 1, and I promise you that will sell over $1 million.
That might be in your Topps
intrigued
Champions
by
League
this.
NFT as one of the moments. Oh, what are the ones they're called where they move the Harlem one? Fuck, what's it called?
Legendary.
Top striker?
Legendary.
Yeah.
Legendary Ronaldo.
Yeah. That'd be crazy.
Messi's header against mate. What about Messi's header against United in the final?
I'm moving to Monaco if I pack that. I'm moving to Monaco.
100%, mate. You're moving to Monaco. You're
If
buying
a
your own
crypto
island
punk
if you pack
is selling for $11 million, imagine what that gets.
I'm listing it for 20 if I get it.
20.
You reckon Topps will care? They take 10% anyway, so whatever
Exactly.
it is.
They get a nice commission there. Were you going to say something else? I was going to give a bit of a...
No. I reckon it's awesome.
Anth was going to say something.
I'm looking at some of these prices on NFTs, and hopefully Dapper Labs get it right with this one. And hopefully, like Saucy said, they limit it. They really limit it. Like, even 5,000 is a stretch. Do 4, do 3 or something. Just do...
At the end of the day, they're better off keeping it low, because then if there is a demand, you can mint other ones and maybe up it to 7,500. But by going straight to 35,000, what they did with Top Shot, they shot themselves in the foot. Like, it was just stupid.
They should do about 4 or 5. I can see that being good. I think there's a lot of heat around these. So on OpenSea, a lot of them are display picture type things. Like, what's the word for a Source? There is a word for that, where it's almost like a Bitmoji or something that's like, looks like it could be a display picture, where it's just set out like that.
Yeah, 8-bit, the 8-bit sort of character.
8-bit.
Is that what you're talking about?
If they somehow integrate those with, then again, the moments, like, if it's even, it doesn't have to be 8-bit. It can be as
8-bit is like those. They're very pixelated.
Those pixelated, but you can have it like something that's like a DP, and then you've got it as
that'd be pretty cool.
As a moving moment as well. I think that's going to play like very, very, very well. We'll see what they do with it. I'm interested.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it, to be honest. I really like Top Shot. I like the idea of from the start. I think Dapper Labs will learn a lot, because you could say Top Shot's sort of like their almost their test, and a lot of their learnings they can now apply to this. And it's still another almost 9 months away. There's still going to be a lot of learning in Top Shot that they can apply to this. So I'm pretty excited, and I'm pretty confident behind it too, to be honest. What you're saying there about the mint Source, I think that those ones there, I think they're thinking more long term when the demand comes in. Because like, if all your season 1 moments are, say, the highest mints 3,000, I feel like in the long term, like those higher minted moments, they're a good entry level for people getting into it, and maybe people who don't have the big bucks to spend all the money.
Yeah, but that's where it rewards people who are in the space early and grab that stuff and then hold on to it. Yeah. So like, I mean, there's been so many occasions with these NFT things where, I've been skeptical. I'm like, why would I buy that? Like, why would I go at this Top Shot moment when I can, go watch it free on YouTube? The whole, scenario that everyone was bringing up, and I was no different, right? But now you're seeing like the people that went in there and got was able to buy as many $9 packs as they could, and they adopted it early. They were rewarded, and
that's true.
The way that they were able to bring utility into it and reward, you can only get certain moments if you have these moments, and then obviously that drives the price up of certain moments, because people are trying to collect these to get a certain moment. I think there's something that they'll look to do. I feel like they should do something where it's like they should somehow be able to integrate some sort of fantasy system into this, right? So you got these moments that you can set a team with a player's moment, and then they're able to, based off in-game performance, the moments can score points or something like that. I don't know how that would work, but I feel like the only use they've got it for it is like the collecting aspect of it and it being looking cool. They need to find a way for people to, other than just buying and selling, for people to have utility behind it rather than just looking at it.
And to be honest, that's enough for me. To be honest, with these moments, I feel like that's no, like what it is already, and especially when like we've seen it with Top Shot, how they're starting to introduce more fan like real life experiences. They did something for the summer league. I think for the playoffs they did something too last season. That sort of stuff, I reckon that's enough utility. And just,
but what about people that aren't in Spain or that aren't in America?
Yeah, I guess. But I think they compensated that with different sort of shit. Like if say you had everything for that to earn that experience, I think they gave something. I remember reading something about it, so that they compensated them. But yeah, I get what you mean. But I don't know, the whole fantasy thing. I don't love it, to be honest, and that's why I haven't started doing so rare, to be honest.
Mate, I don't love that part. Good luck doing so rare. You want to just buy like a bloke from the Japanese J League? It's freaking like $300, man. 300 US. Man.
That's what I mean. Because all the mints of those are so low.
Is that it's partly that, but because they've got utility. It's because you can actually play the game and you can earn Ethereum by setting a good team. So like even a guy in the J League, right? He's got utility. A guy in the Belgium league's got utility, So that's why the price of these guys ends up going up, because they end up getting regular game time and they can actually score you points when you put them into your team. Yeah, I understand. Like, I mean, I don't know where this is going to end up, but I just hope that they've learned some lessons from Top Shot, which I feel if they haven't, like, I don't know what they've been doing for the last 12 months. Yeah. So,
that's what I mean. That's because they've had that experience. I feel more confident about it. And to be honest, with NFTs, the thing I like more about them is the collectability of it compared to say the utility, for example. I'd rather have something cool that I'm gonna, because these for me, I'm not really interested in flipping these short term. Like I sort of want to hold on to these for a little bit longer. If you have those season 1 Top Shot moments and debuts over time, like as more seasons, they're bringing out more seasons and demand grows. Like the early stuff is just going to be so much more valuable. Like I don't really care if it gets points or anything like that.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
I do see where you're coming from with the utility bit. Utility is cool, but I feel like I have to get more invested into it, and than sort of what I need to. I need to keep up with it.
We'll dabble in it. I think we'll all dabble in it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
I'm definitely going to go get a Dion moment.
Mate. It's a bit of a shame that they're bringing it out sort of now when a lot of the Messi and Ronaldo have both left in the last few seasons. When those historic moments come out, I think they're going to be something that's going to be.
Mbappe could be there.
Bit of a hit. Yeah, true.
Mbappe could be there.
That changes all of it.
Well, breaking news. I just checked my phone. Got a couple messages. Harry Kane's staying at Tottenham.
Really?
No, don't say that.
Don't say
that. End up with Aubameyang, I'm telling you.
No,
which means
Ronaldo's going, man. He's going to Man City.
Which means City are going to put in a monster of a bid for Ronnie. It's okay. He'll look good in blue. He will look good in blue. It's okay.
Beautiful. That's what I need, boys, because I've got Kane on the fantasy team, so I can chuck it on the pitch this week.
Anth, you are getting so much pleasure as a Liverpool supporter to a United supporter right now. I know you are. And I'm burning because I know what's going to happen. And some more breaking news. I know this is breaking news on a Saturday when the news is coming out on a Wednesday. But PSG declined the Real Madrid bid for Mbappe, which
really
equated to about $188 million.
Yeah, but the interesting thing about that is, but think about it. They actually bought him quite expensive from Monaco. They also have to pay a fee back to Monaco. So I think on that sale they have to pay $30 million to Monaco. as talk about like getting an NFT. You get that percentage sale from your original investment.
Yeah.
That's a good original investment from Monaco. But I think they're going to push for like 200,
They will.
200 plus.
They'll sell him because they know if he really wants to be there, he'll just walk out on a free transfer, and they want to try and recoup the costs of buying him. So,
what's at the end of this? At the end of the season, did he go? For
yeah,
free?
he's only got this
at
year
the
left.
end of the season.
Yeah.
So surely they'd sell him now.
Yeah, sell him now and then pay for Ronaldo. How good would that be?
Yeah.
Ronaldo and Messi on the same team. I'd rather that happen than him go to Man City.
Yeah,
that would be so good, man. That would be so. You can't say that would not be awesome in your lifetime. Watching arguably two of the top 7 players ever playing on the same team. One guy being number 1 in Ronaldo, and Messi, you can argue wherever he lands. But
it'd be some surreal shit if that happened. Jeez, imagine that.
It would be amazing. I'd love to see it. Honestly, I would love to see it.
Yeah.
I'd love to see them win a Champions League together. Just imagine that. Ronaldo and Messi on the same team, they win a Champions
It'd just
League.
be so strange, wouldn't it?
The two guys.
It'd be amazing.
The two guys
I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if I'm on that side yet. I'm so used to them being against each other that I don't know.
Like all that hype that the media is and the media and the fans and that rivalry that's been created between them, to see that go away, I understand where Anth comes from, but at the same time, it's a cool thing to see as well.
I want to see.
Imagine using them on FIFA. It's just
they're licensed, so I'll play with them. It's all right.
All right, boys. Let's move on. Fanatics, obviously, Fanatics. Some crazy stuff during the week with MLB, and then obviously NBA broke. And by the time this airs on Saturday, they'll probably have NFL and soccer and own the whole entire hobby. But Sauce and I have had our comments on this. Lukey's briefly spoken about it, but I just want to open it to you, Luke, and you, Anth, just for a bit of comment on.
Anth, go first.
We spoke about it a little bit last week, but not in depth. I think it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out. There's still a long time before they get anything in terms of licensing. I think earliest is 2023 for player stuff, and then 2026 for teams. So
it'd be around about 25, 26 for baseball and basketball.
It's a while away.
But doesn't NBA go up at the end of next season? Did I read that somewhere?
I think it's something to do with.
I swear someone said
play.
that.
I don't know. I don't know exactly what it is, but this is still a while away.
Yeah.
And there's still going to be a lot to develop. I really am on the side of that. Fanatics need to buy out either or Topps or Panini, in the sense that you do somewhat need. I guess you don't need, but it would be beneficial if they bought out, Topps, so they got Topps Chrome, or if they bought out Panini, so they get, the higher end national treasures and stuff like that. And then you can nitpick. You can take the best of each product. I thought that crossed my mind was, and I think this is coming from Lucas Tigers Bronze. I think they had their podcast with Carvin. It would be very interesting to see how Fanatics go about direct to consumer. So say you want to get a product off Topps right now and you're off Panini right now. They drop it. Panini do their shitty Dutch auctions, which they barely work, and Topps drop it for $99 to 12 people that signed up in 1942, whatever year that was, for their Montgomery Club stuff. It'll be interesting to see how Fanatics, who are an $18 billion company, with a billion, how they go direct to consumer. Because I think they'll have the setup, they'll have the equipment ready, they'll have all the service set up so nothing crashes. I really, truly believe that. And I think they'll go straight direct to house. They won't ship to LCSs. Not as much as what's currently going on. I think it'll be a lot of direct to consumer, sales. I think that makes it very interesting. That makes it interesting for me as a consumer. I think it makes it interesting. If you're an LCS, how do you adapt? How do you get better prices, and then you get to pass that on to your customers? I don't know.
I don't think that's happening right now, to be honest.
Well, but that's not happening right now because Tops.
You're dreaming, brother. You're dreaming.
No, but that's not happening right now because Tops and Panini aren't letting that happen. This is coming from a completely different company within its sense of fanatics. So I'm interested to see how that plays out and whether it'll just be much of the same.
We have mentioned about the infrastructure between, obviously Josh Luber moving over from StockX, and they've already got an infrastructure where they could sell direct to consumer through StockX quite easily. Who knows, man? Who knows whether there ends up being the freaking fanatic marketplace and you buy stuff off there and you could sell stuff on there. Who knows? If they were really smart, they would even set up their own marketplace. So even after the cards get distributed from them, they make a percentage off all the cards that get sold. Like, I don't really know.
There's so much room for improvement. Like,
yeah, there is.
Customer service should be better. Things like, if you need a redemption done, you should get that back within a week. Things like that, they'll be able to facilitate because they're a bigger company. It comes with the territory. So I'm interested for that. And I said it today. I made that post today about soccer. I think soccer is going to be the saving grace for both Panini and Tops if they can hold on to it. Because go on.
I was going to say, are you afraid that they might possibly now, considering that that's like their main product, their main sport, that ends up being a situation where we've got 30, 40 products of soccer?
We've already got 20 for half
I was gonna
the stuff anyway.
When Ant's done, I was going to chime in on that, and I'm going to say no.
I think, I'm going to say no. I think
they got rights to jerseys.
They'll cut it back. They'll peel it back, and they'll adjust.
Yeah,
Fanatics and game worn jerseys as well. So we'll see.
I had a very raw thought on Soccer Card Collective the other day when we were talking about this. My thought was, what if Panini and Tops they hold on to their sports where they've got the more global demand? So your soccer and your F1, and they really market their products to that international audience. So in Australia, in Asia, in Europe. And they make exactly the same amount of products and possibly sell even more than they are in the States. Do you think that's something that they could
I think you can see Tops is going to push for international.
Yeah.
They've made that move. They stole the Euro from Panini. I think Panini's taking the biggest L. I think Panini get bought out. I think out of all of them, Panini's the one that's going to get bought out.
Well, they were actively shopping themselves around. So
yeah, I think that they're gone. They're out of here within the year. And I think Tops will actually stay.
But is that the American branch of it, or is that Panini as a whole, like the stickers, everything?
Oh, I don't know. I don't
know how it works in terms of like, when you're in finance and you've got a client book and you can buy someone's book off of them for X amount of dollars. Do you reckon Fanatics could walk into Panini and say, I'll buy all these licenses for your products under basketball and football? Yeah, I don't know how that would work though, because soccer does have Prism as well, so you probably can't do that. You can't have Fanatics Prism basketball and then have Panini Prism soccer. It'd just be weird.
Yeah.
Who knows? But they got 5 years to work it out. A lot of people think that they're not going to produce cards. People think they're going to do this, they're going to do that. They're going to be like, in terms of like not produce cards.
I'm excited for it.
So am I.
Someone was just like, this is. Yeah, like let's see how it goes.
Too many people are scared about change in this place, and I think maybe that's
My only thing I'm going to say on the change is I'm with you boys. I would not be worried at all. The positive signs are you had Nat Turner buy it like PSA, right? You put a lot of money into that. That was a big acquisition, and then you go look at the fact it's a positive for sports cards. You got a company worth $18 billion buying the rights to within 4-5 years set up a card division to enhance the hobby further.
It shows how they do that. Growth.
We don't know. It's growth, and it shows that the hobby is growing and it's strong and people love it. And Jay Lee said on LTB today, I was listening to the pod, and he said when there's sports, there's always going to be cards. So that's the thing as well. People love the physical aspect. I agree with you, Luke. I reckon you're on the money. Where if they, because of soccer, like you said, Ant, it's so popular. If they do go distribute internationally into Europe and stuff, and they produce soccer cards as much as they do stickers, the popularity in Europe could help them sustain.
Then, if you think about it like that, supply then goes up a shitload.
It could be the same supply. It's just they reduce the supply in America and pump it into Europe.
That's what my thinking was.
Yeah.
But if they're going to do that, they need to really market they need to market it a bit better. They need to go to the Bundesliga. So say you got tops with the Bundesliga. Yeah, every billboard is tops for parts of the game. People start looking at it, and I feel like just
100%.
marketing it in Europe and focusing really on that could be a key for those two.
And it's really about getting it into over there, whatever their equivalent of a Kmart or a Target would be. They need it. They need to get product in there, retail product. They need to get
it's the same
that
as
in
us.
There, right?
It's the same as us, really, with soccer especially.
And they could do a massively better job. So I mean, there's room for especially tops. There's room for that. Panini, they've still got a few soccer. They've obviously got EPL. So it'll be interesting to see, and it'll be interesting to see how their NFT space goes as well, which is another thing. How that works out for them. Topps was making a massive push into NFTs, and now they go ahead and lose licenses. In regards to baseball and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out for sure. But I'm excited. I think there's a few people that are skeptics, but you know what? There's a lot of things that have changed in this hobby in the last 24 months, and majority of them have been for the better.
That's a fact. That is a great statement. Majority of the changes at the time they look bad, and then 6 months later you're like, oh, that made sense. I'll leave it at that. We don't have to elaborate on that.
Easy.
I think people just got to embrace it, to be honest. Sorry to go on. This is more of a life motivational thing here, but I think people got to embrace the changes instead of being scared of it. Whether you like it or not, Fanatics is coming in and they're taking licenses.
100%. They're coming in, 18 billion, baby. 18 billion.
They're doing the
Vince
McMahon, Conor McGregor.
Whether you like it or not,
in.
Fanatics is coming in. Get over it. You know what I mean? It's like we're talking about it.
You know what, Tommy? You've given me a great idea. I've got to get that one ready for next week, mate. I've got to get the Conor McGregor
Fanatics
coming up on the screen.
Going to apologise for absolutely nothing because they do whatever the F they want in the hobby. So as simple as that. As simple as that. All right, boys, fire or flame? What do we got?
Oh, God.
I'll start.
Here we go.
I knew we'd have one.
Going to give us some visuals.
Oh, he's got it in hand. Oh, here he is.
There we go.
That's my fire.
What have you got? What have you got, Ed?
Have you set it up?
Not card related, but it is set up. It's a PS5 courtesy of the main man Doma sending a link, coming in clutch it. Well, when did you send it? 9:30 in the morning. Bought it.
Yeah. So the story. So the story behind it is Anth actually were talking, I think, after a crunch time or something, or maybe
it was after a crunch time. Yeah, it was.
And Anth was just like, "Oh yeah, I'm looking for a PS5 and the backlog, and they're not coming, and no one knows when they're coming in stock." And I just said to him, "Oh, I think I know someone that might be able to help us out." And lo and behold, literally a week later, I get this message in my mate's group chat, and it's just like, "Oh, hey boys, there's PS5s in." Bro, I didn't even look at it for myself. I just copied it. I go, Ed, I tagged him. I'm like, here, in the crunch time group. He got on there and he said that he got one. And like he said, it came 2 months early. So
2 months early. So I thought it was fitting to give it fire on crunch time.
And what games you got?
I got FIFA booted up right now, but I'm not playing it until the next FIFA. Let me. I'm playing a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I've played it, but I'm not playing Ultimate Team. I'm waiting it out till the next FIFA, obviously. So
what do you think of it? What do you give it out of 10?
I actually really like it.
Yeah.
Oh, what am I giving the PS5 out of 10?
You got a 4K TV? Yeah. You got a 4K TV?
I got a 4K monitor, yeah. So I've got it connected to the monitor right now. and just testing it out. It's pretty good. It's very quick. That's one thing I'll say. It's much quicker than a PS5. It's very quiet. It's on right now. It's been on this whole time, and it's dead quiet.
If I had the
PS4
PS4
is
on now, you wouldn't be able to hear me.
loud as fuck. Yeah,
It's like a
Yeah,
plane
you said
taking
take off. Yeah,
I'm a fan right now.
It's good.
nice. It's
Yeah,
good. Very
PS4
nice.
is loud.
It's like ready
So
for
we'll
the
see.
bloody
That was-
takeoff. Literally.
It's just
Anything
ridiculous.
else, boys?
I'm just trying to think. I had one before and I've fucking
I've-
lost it. So if one of you have one, go first.
I'll tell you what's a fire. I'll tell you what's a fire at the moment. If anyone has noticed, Euro Mosaic soccer product is like down in the dumps,
Yeah,
like
everyone's on
literally,
the Euro
right?
Mosaic.
It's
I love
so low. It's so low at the point where it's like, how can you not buy this product? Like, boxes that were once hobby boxes that were once like 500 AUD and above are like literally, maybe $230 you could probably pick up a box for. Like, it's worth a punt. It's seriously worth a punt. Blasters going for, you can find blasters, for 30 USD. You can haggle guys down if you buy 5 or 6 of them. Maybe you'd even get it for 25 USD a pop, 27 USD a pop. Get them over here. Like, I really just don't understand it. There's, as Lukey has spoken about it on a previous crunch time, there's, players in there that have RC logos that don't have RC logos in like Serie A product or another, tops Bundesliga product, and they've got a national kit Mosaic, RC card in there, and like it's technically like their first sort of cards released. So yeah, the RC is probably is warranted.
First international RC
Yeah,
card. Like
exactly
nothing.
right. So it's not nothing. So
I don't know if that's why they did it though. I'm actually
Maybe.
not sure, to be honest, why they've done that.
Yeah, but like, I mean, so the guys that you've pointed out are they are worthy. As we've flamed it before on this show. You guys have flamed the RC logo on Soccer Card Collective podcast as well. But the guys that you've pointed out previously, they warranted a RC logo. So I just feel that Euro Mosaic right now is like a product. Even the H2, man, the H2 is underrated because you buy the H2 box. I think they're going about 120 USD. You get an auto in it. You're guaranteed one auto. So essentially for $150, $160, you're guaranteed an auto. Like, I understand there's a chance you can't hit. You might hit a bad auto.
Yeah.
But like,
that's
that's part of the game. But there are good autos in there. Yeah, there's a chance you can hit good autos in there. And the H2 box is cheap. So that's what I'm saying. Just Euro Mosaic product is just, I feel, is severely underpriced right now. I don't know. I feel like it's worth something that was like, before you wouldn't have bought a box maybe at the price point it was at, but now it's that low where it's like you're literally buying 2 boxes for the price of what one was on release. Yeah.
Funny enough, after last week when I was talking about the Peacock, remember like I think I put that as my fire pick.
Yeah.
I went and did my research. It's 1 per Asian Timor
case.
No, 1 per box on the choice. So Asian Timor choice box, 6 cards per box. You're guaranteed an auto every 2 boxes. You're guaranteed a Peacock every box, or a Nebula or a Genesis every box. So it's ridiculous, really.
Yeah.
I got them for 110 USD per box. I bought 4 boxes. Just to have I think that's a worthy. I know it's a gamble, but
I mean, mate, what do you mean? Have a look at some of what the Peacocks are going for. Follow the Pedri.
Messi's well over
Pedri went for over $1,000 USD.
I'm saying,
a Messi over 2,000, and when you're getting the box for like $150, man, it's worth a crack, man.
Especially
and there's a
for
chance you can get autos. Like, you needed. Sometimes there is a point where it's worth opening boxes. I mean, boxes, they're there to open. Yeah, you weigh up the odds, and you're like, you know what? At this price, it's worth having a crack. Yeah. So. And there you go. Just prove my point that there you go. The what was it? The Timor choice Euro Mosaic.
Timor choice. I'll read it out. Purchase history. Now the only thing is they do come. It says estimated delivery Tuesday, 7th of September, or the 21st of September. So we'll see. It's Asia Timor choice.
Like a month away.
It's literally you're guaranteed one Nebula, one Peacock, or one Genesis per box.
Even the
with an auto. You know?
Even the numbers are out of like 88 and 8.
I like
as well.
that.
Yeah.
You can get numbered stuff as well.
Really,
Even in H2,
really good.
H2, because they have the numbered fast break or bubbles, whatever you want to. I don't know what people call it these days. I've seen people call it both. They've got that in H2, which are pretty cool too as well. Yeah, I think everyone knows what my thoughts are. I'm not even going to say anything.
I like it.
Hmm.
That's nice. Good fire. You got one, Lukey?
Mine, actually, I did. I just thought of it. It's not a huge one. It's just Optic Basketball coming out this week. I'm a big fan of Optic. It's probably my favorite product, and that's releasing this week. So that's my fire.
Love it. Love it.
Nice. And then my fire was what I woke up to this morning. And it wasn't Saucy's beautiful voice this time. It was HGA custom slabs on TCG.
Yes.
And
Shout out Mint Mike.
I just went,
Mint
Mint Mike. I love it. It's like
That looks sick.
That looks good.
Yeah, they look mad. And look at this. This has got me excited. Marvel slabs. I'm sending some through probably tomorrow. Straight up.
go Glaceon, Japanese, another Goku. And then we got no one cares about that. That's pretty sick downtown.
That's a good fire.
Yeah.
That's a good fire.
And then here we go, another one. Spider-Man, Venom, yep. And then Lewis Hamilton at the end. Even that's sick with the car in the.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
I'm a big fan. I'm excited. I'm gonna send some over for sure. I'm gonna send some over.
Definite fire. Look very, very nice. I must admit.
Good fire. Good.
That's it.
That's
it. All right, boys. It's been crunch time coming up big when it counts. It's Dom with Sauce, Luke, and Ant. And peace.
Peace.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Crunch Time on the Double Coverage Media Network. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that bell icon to know when we drop a new episode. Also, feel free to leave a review on the Apple Podcasting app. Crunch Time, coming up big when it counts.